Hello, 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 my friends, alchemists, wisdom seekers. Welcome to the collective reading for this week. I encourage you to get yourself cozy and comfortable. If this is your first time popping into my live stream, feel free to grab a blanket, grab yourself some tea, and just get yourself set up for your you time. This is your time to tap in with me. And if you pop into this reading tonight, or whenever you're watching it, then this was meant for you. So thank you for coming in. And I encourage you to pause the video and even maybe just take 3 deep, steady breaths, nice and slow, in through the nose, out through the mouth, to get your energy grounded. You could pause the video and do it for longer if you'd like. And then once you're ready, you can unpause the video once again. So, I actually had a vision. I meditated before this. I did 15 minutes. I was listening to light language activation, Lyran light language activation. For those of you who do not know what Lyran is, it is a starseed, one of the most ancient civilization that has existed in our galaxy. Not gonna go too much into talking about that right now, but I was listening to this light activation music and I was actually getting visions in my meditation, so I felt like it would be good to share that. So, first thing I thought of was Kilauea, the volcano that's currently active in Hawaii. It just, I think this is like its 43rd episode. But with Kilauea, what connects to me is Lemuria. So for those of you who do know about star seeds, I was connecting to the energy of Kilauea. I'd say in Pele, right, the goddess of lava and fire. I feel maybe for the collective right now, there is this uprising energy, and a fire, spark of fire. There could be anger, wanting to be seen. The old shedding away, dying away. Sort of like fire burning, destroying what doesn't serve, what no longer belongs, and then there's new earth, new land, right, with the volcano. So that's energy that I feel like I tapped in with Kilauea there. Also, someone falling into an ocean came to mind. It reminded me of the Kingdom Hearts opening. So if anyone knows Kingdom Hearts, maybe that resonates with you. Like the opening song for the very first Kingdom Hearts, when the person's like, Sora, the main character, he was like falling into the ocean in slow motion, right? So that is what I envisioned. And this person had like light brown hair that was long. So I don't know if anyone looks like that to you. It could be like even dirty blonde hair, but either way, lighter hair, long. Feminine-esque energy, I'd say, but that could resonate for some of you. Maybe that's what you look like, or someone you know looks like that. Aside from that, it's like when the person was falling into the ocean, it's like I envisioned like they were, once they reached a certain point, it's like they were teleporting, like they teleported into a new space, and then they like popped out of the water, just like in the Kingdom Hearts opening song. And it was like this body of water that they, popped out of, and then there was a lighthouse with a light pointing down where they were, so that they were able to see where they were. Excuse me, I'm recovering from a little cold still. It's like almost gone, but I have like these moments where my throat feels weird. So this oh my goodness. So this oh my god. I'm not able to talk. Okay. So this person, once they noticed that the light was shining on them, they swam to the lighthouse, which was like on this land that was separated from other land in the distance. I'm assuming this was an area that was like a pond, perhaps, but they swam to the lighthouse to collaborate with whoever else was in that lighthouse. By collaborate, I mean they, wanted to connect with them and be able to know what the surrounding land was. So they were making a connection in order to see the land, to connect with it further. And I connected this to perhaps looking for their next path, their next journey, where they should go next, what resonates to them. So yeah, that's messages. I don't know if any of this resonates with people. Also, one last thing. So when a person was teleporting into the new land, I also just thought of Atlantis too, which is also connected to the starseeds, lineages as well. Just like when I mentioned Lemuria. So if this resonates with anyone, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm actually trying to see if I can hone more of my clairvoyant abilities. So maybe that's also a theme for some of us within this collective. I know for sure that there is energetic change. The frequency on the planet is changing. There are timelines that are splitting, and those of us who are on the spiritual journey and we're having a sense of remembrance of who we really are and what it means to be human here on this planet. and that we're more than just human beings and we're connected to more out in the galaxy. So I felt called to speak about this because maybe perhaps, some of you guys are trying to also hone your intuitive abilities. Maybe it's clairvoyance, maybe it's clairaudience, maybe it's clairsentience. So yeah, feel free to let me know in the comments if that resonates with any of you guys. And now let's get started with the main course here. So what we have right now, I pulled this last night for our meditation. It says, you have come back to the start to see what you've missed before. You've come back to the start to see what you've missed before. And I feel with this card, there is like this sense of remembering the beginning of something, recalling something in order to know how to continue forward. And I feel like I'm connecting that to the vision. I'm gonna actually keep this here. It sort of reminds me of like Eye of the Storm. So every time I see this card, I think like sort of like a hurricane. In the middle of a hurricane, you have the eye, right? And then that would be like the sky. And so perhaps there's some clarity that's come through recently, or you're currently about to like see. But I feel that this energy is mainly for those who have clarity. So this may resonate with those of you who have gotten clarity recently on a situation. And you're seeing like all the facets of it. That's why there's all these colors here. You're seeing all the different layers of it. And you're seeing what you missed before. Maybe like, what you could have done different, or like what could be even better for the next time you begin something new. Yeah, just getting a fresh perspective as well is what I'm seeing. Getting a fresh perspective, a new way of seeing things. So let's continue on. I want to pull an affirmation, actually, that can align for the collective. I don't know. I'm also just getting revelations for people, too. Like somewhere new, yeah. Because, I usually feel goosebumps in my body when something very, very much, like, resonates, or, something connects. Or I feel something is like just beautifully exciting. Like, I don't know. So my hairs are sort of standing up. I don't know if anyone can see it here, but I feel like it's always hard to see from the iPad. So you can see a little bit, right? So yeah, I feel like there is like a revelation, clarity kind of situation that's happening for some of you. Okay, so an affirmation here says, my actions are true and intentional as I spread love to those around me. Okay. So this is the affirmation for the collective this week. All right, so this is different. If any of you guys follow my candy cards page, which I make for this affirmation deck, I made this affirmation deck with my best friend, and I'm so happy that, there's people that are loving and enjoying it and feeling the good vibes from these cards. But this is actually like separate from the other one. This is more connected to our tarot reading. So if you follow us on Candy Cards on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, the affirmations are for the week, or what you can tell yourself, but like consistently throughout the week, maybe every morning, every night. But you can also add this one too on top of it. We're just going to tie it into the tarot. So with this, I feel that it's calling to the forefront here that as you approach a new situation, your actions, you're making the choice to be conscious and mindful of your actions, and they are true and intentional, what you actually want to have as an impact on other people. And you're choosing to spread love around you, because that is the answer to all in life. And it sounds cheesy, but it's true. Love is the answer. If people acted with love more, right, we wouldn't be having so much harm that's going on, right? Whew, okay, so I keep coughing. So I don't know if anyone is also within the collective, maybe it's a lot of us, are feeling like our throat chakra is either blocked or affected right now. Maybe you're going through a sickness too, especially if you live in a cold environment. Yeah, feels like, something is like, it's preventing you from wanting to speak and express. Not really preventing, but it's like it's trying to stop you, but you're like, no, like I don't want to give up. So that's interesting. Let's see, I also want to light a candle. So if anyone wants to light a candle, feel free to light your candle up. And we're going to set this intention. This is our flame we're lighting to act with intention and mindfulness and with love. Damn, look at this candle. Ooh, it's powerful. Okay. We got the flame here. It's powerful, powerful flame. The flame of the collective's heart.
Maybe also like Kilauea. Okay.
So we can say this affirmation together 2 more times. My actions are true and intentional as I spread love to those around me. My actions are true and intentional as I spread love to those around me. Hell yeah. And that's you being in your sovereignty when you choose to act with intention. And this even shows to even people I'd say that you have an issue with, or even to what's those in the world that are causing like destruction and hate. You want to be able to not just be like, oh, we love you in a way like just you're not like just excusing what has been done and has been harmful, but more so seeing them as humans, that they're missing love, right? So if there's people out there like um government people, the revelations we've been finding out about certain kinds of files and whatnot, it could be hard, but you don't have to hold those people on a pedestal to be love and act with love and spread love. It's usually like maybe hoping that justice comes to light for people who've been done wrong, and then also those who were involved in that mess, just hoping that their souls are able to evolve, so that in their next lifetimes or even in this lifetime they can act better.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot. I don't know why I keep talking.
Okay, so I pulled from my Galactic Star Tarot deck, and what we got is the Empress reversed. Ooh, so the collective right now, I feel that the Empress is a major arcana card, so this is a major energy to get in a reading for the collective. Definitely divine feminine energy. This is about creation and expression, as I said. 3, the Empress is the number 3, and so this is about definitely creativity, expression with the divine feminine energy, and having a sense of nurturing here. Being connected to nature, and I feel that perhaps with this being reversed here, the collective is still currently going through a challenge of perhaps respecting their feminine energy within and to those around them. And the Empress energy she's like standing up for herself, sort of like, I feel like in a way, I don't want to say demanding to be heard, to be seen, to be understood, but it's like she's definitely being intentional with making sure she is. It's like not settling for less. The Empress, she's a queen, and it's interesting because in this card, the Empress she's prego, and then there's another kid down there. Wow, maybe there's someone that looks like this that Let me know if there is. Actually, for me, my sister would have this character that she it's like her alter ego, and we have similar skin complexion, and she would have like this the character would have silver hair, so that's pretty cool. But I don't know, maybe someone looks like that to you too. And I'm gonna read the guidebook here to get a little deeper into this message. So I'm gonna hold it up as I read it, just so you can also get the meaning of this as well. And if you want to be able to like read it yourself, I'll be putting it in my Alchemist channel on Instagram. Okay. So it says, the beauty of the Empress is undeniable, and it radiates into the universe. You are being called to embody this natural, abundant energy by owning your creative expression, elegance, and divine feminine sensuality. The Empress's belly swells with creative energy and represents sacred abundance in all forms. She reminds you to be grateful for the luxuries that surround you, and to know that you will create more pleasurable experiences in your life. Okay, this knowing that you shall receive and that experiences will come through that you desire. Dreams, goals, but definitely allowing ourselves to, like I was saying, embody creative expression, right? That's what I said. And the feminine energy, feminine sensuality. So this card isn't just for women or women identifying or female identifying. Just want to let people know that everyone has feminine energy within them. Okay, everyone has masculine and feminine energy. And for some people, it resonates stronger than others, no matter what gender you are, or if you're non-binary. So the Empress energy right now for the collective is asking us to maybe come back to the start of, maybe we're at a new beginning, we're starting fresh on something, some kind of clean slate, or we're having clarity on a situation, and we're seeing, okay, this is what I can do to allow myself to feel more fulfilled, to embody my full creative expression, and allow myself to have abundance naturally just through pure joy, pure connection. And I feel that's why, coming back to a place where you can see being able to get clarity, like that lighthouse in my vision connects to that too. And perhaps connecting to someone else that can help you with that. But we'll see, because I know that was in my vision. There was someone with a lighthouse inside the lighthouse, and then the person I envisioned collaborating with them is, I guess, connected to being able to see, be grateful for what's around them. Okay, so just continuing forward, not gonna hold it up right now. Retrograde meaning means when it was reversed, like when I pulled it reversed, it said you might be experiencing a creative block from worrying about what other people will think of what you are birthing. Okay. For now, don't worry about what they will think, and just stay in the flow with what you are creating. Keep your newest projects private until you are ready to share them. Okay, yeah. Star Guide's message. So the universe is in the business of creation. The more you give birth to your creativity, the more the universe will provide for you. Okay, the Empress reminds you that there is always something to be grateful for. And when you cultivate a life of gratitude, then you can rest easy, knowing that there is always more on the way. Okay. I like that. Definitely following your heart, your creative expression, what makes you feel passionate. And then from there, you shall get more abundance. Just trusting that, knowing that that is possible. And you're already abundant from just being able to be in the energy of what you enjoy. That is a form of abundance, not just money. And also being grateful for what you do have and what has brought you to the place where you can do what you're passionate in. Yeah. Because gratitude itself allows you to feel abundant because you're recognizing what you do have. So I love that. So yeah, I feel the collective right now. Maybe rather than getting distracted by or pulled in the tangle of life, like you're stuck in a hurricane, allow yourself to be the eye of the storm. Yeah, I like that. Allow yourself to be the eye of the storm. Okay. Act with intention and with love for yourself. First and foremost, take care of yourself there and then spread that out to others. If you can take care of yourself, you can take care of others. Star mantra. So you have a mantra with this. I will type it below in the comment. It says, I am a creative being and I'm thankful that the universe always provides abundantly for me. I love that. And this is you knowing that you are it's like you are so connected to the universe, but you are the universe. The universe, awareness, God, whatever you like to call that source of creation. The moment you're aware, like, oh, I'm alive and I'm thinking and I'm speaking, wait, who is aware right now? Like, that is the source, and it's a reflection in all of us. We're all a reflection of the source. We're just all a different, I'm going to call it fractal of that one source that wants to experience itself or remember itself in each different person. And it's meant to be universe experiencing itself. So it's funny because it's like basically the universe is we're providing for ourselves. We're trusting the experience that we put ourselves in on this earth. Okay. We're going to use my Shadowscapes tarot deck. This is like a fantasy of like Celtic and Asian culture combined fantasy themed deck. So it's really cool. It has like fairies and other cool. It's like a watercolor kind of design. So I just love it. This deck really resonates with me. It likes me. Okay. So what I'm going to do is pull more like, I'll do my usual spread, but I'm not going to over-explain these. Okay. This is connected to the higher self message. Let's see. This is going to be the blockage here. Blockage card. This is the current blockage that the collective is having. Let's see. Answer to the blockage. Okay. Answer. Possible outcome. Okay. And just in case we have a clarity deck here if need be. Okay. So 5 of Swords reversed. It's funny because I think we got this last week, but it may have been upright. So that's indicating a challenge. There's definitely transformation going on. There's a challenge here going on. With our shadows, our dark sides, our limiting beliefs, our thoughts. And now we're learning to work with them. Maybe so that we can have this creative expression. Let's see, let me look at the rest of these. What I'm seeing here, the blockage is getting grounded and stable. Having a stable sense of masculinity within all of us that feels grounded and healthy. Just like the collective right now, the blockage perhaps is the lack of grounded stability. It's just interesting that this came through upper right. But maybe it's just the collective itself being too much in its masculine, since this feminine energy was suppressed for thousands and thousands of years. And as you can see now, by the way, this is not to shit talk on men or anything like that. This is something within not only just a world, like on a galactic level. It's like this energy of, if you think of how, even here on Earth, like all the wars and stuff, right? So I'm just put this up. If you think of how all the wars that are going on and all throughout centuries, men technically have been running the world. And the energy of power, control, that's masculinity in its worst, in its worst light. Wanting to conquer, wanting to have power, wanting to control, and being too rigid on how things should be. It's interesting. I'm honestly, as I look at this, I'm sort of like getting the energy of like Jesus on the cross kind of thing, like a condemning of like the unknown, condemning of the fear, condemning of not the fear, but I feel like it's not wanting to be afraid and just wanting to seem only strong. And this white dragon that's down there, they do look protective as well, but dragons I see as like they're strong, they're like guardians and they're fierce. Can't speak right now. They're fierce. I love these cards because they have so much to them. But there's like a transformation in how the collective, how we express the masculine energy. The masculine energy at its greatest is taking action and being a protector, stability, rather than power, control, conquer, force, So I feel the blockage has been that. So the Queen of Wands, was reversed, so it answers to the blockage. Queen of Wands. This is the feminine energy once again, creation, creating beauty, creation and beauty here. And so I feel like for the collective, this is definitely connecting this to nature here. Like, as you can see, it's like this feminine energy here is playing the harp. I don't know if you guys can actually see the harp from the camera here. I'm using my iPad, not my phone. But the harp is like beautiful, and you hear it's like, oh, it sounds angelic, right? And it just makes you, I don't know, it feels like a divine energy, right? So it's like you see the other creatures hanging out around, there's different creatures within the ecosystem. I feel like this is the answer for the collective is bringing people together through creation and expression here. People of different walks of life, people with different purposes and impacts in the world, inspiring them through your own beauty and creative expression. That's what I feel this energy is saying. The Four of Swords is the possible outcome. So Four of Swords has to do with rest, and definitely transforming through your ability to rest here too. So also what I just realized here, so the blockage, I feel like this is like guarded energy. This is guarded and rigid, but ability to become protector and still nurturing in a masculine way. And then the Queen of Wands, I feel like is more open, right? It's more open energy and welcoming, and being able to balance those energies would be, in the long run, what creates fulfilling life for everyone and for us individually, but then also for everyone as we focus on our individual ability to harness both our masculine and feminine energies within our daily lives. That energetically makes an impact on a galactic level. I don't know if how many people think about that, but think about your impact, that you have on a daily basis, right? And whether you don't interact with a lot of people or you already do, it's not like you have to interact with a lot of people, but it's just about, how you're showing up. And like the affirmation said, acting with intention, true intention, with truth and intention. It's like having boundaries, but being open. Definitely, the collective needs this stability. It craves this stability. But it all starts from following our passions. And so with this Four of Swords as a possible outcome, this looks like it's like much needed rest. Like the collective is going to be feeling at peace. They're going to be feeling at peace here. That's what this looks like. Usually Four of Swords is someone laying down, like I feel like on top, I think it's supposed to be usually on top of a casket or something. But this looks like the person's floating, in my opinion. And then the sun is like behind them, giving them power and transformation. And the flowers, they look like They remind me of lotuses. Maybe they actually are, and I'm just not 100%, but the first flower that came to mind is lotus. And there's other flowers that actually look a little more like that too. But lotus grows in the mud, and it's a beautiful flower. I can't remember if it's the original flower that existed, but it's one of the most ancient flowers, and it's, a beautiful metaphor for like life and how we go through struggles, which would be the mud, right? The challenges, but then you can grow so beautiful even in spite of it, even from it. Sorry guys, my throat's like, oof. So I feel like, yeah, definitely expression needs to come through, because I all day was not really coughing like this. Like there's like little moments, but it's like it just feels like it keeps coming up for this reading. So I feel like there is a need to express, and I feel that's also why I'm sharing my tarot reading here on YouTube, because I want to reach more people. And I feel at a place where I'm like, I need to express something. I need to share just how powerful we all are. And hopefully I can inspire that for others too, which I already have, and I'm so grateful for, and I want to reach more people. Because I used to have a hard time speaking in front of the camera. Now it just feels like this is my passion. Like, in the beginning it's still awkward for me starting the camera, but it's like now I feel like, I'm in a rhythm and flow right now, so I'm like, okay, I'm tapped in. This is a story to tell. So yeah, I feel like the possible outcome, if we as a collective, it does seem like balance. I mean, like yin and yang. I mean, even if you look down here, right, our cards, it's like, one, it's upright facing me. It's gonna look reverse for you, but it's like, one's reverse, other's not, right? So it's like balance. It definitely is a balance energy. Pentacles is about like abundance and stability. And then Wands is creation. So definitely those are the energies that I feel perhaps the collective, they're coming back to just start to see how to do things differently. Maybe you're encountering a situation recently that feels pretty similar to something you went through, I would say 9 to 10 years ago. And the reason why that comes up for me is because in numerology, we're on a year number 10. So the year number 10 is basically endings, but it's also 1 just with a 0, which amplifies the 1. 1 is new beginnings. So I feel that perhaps you recently or are about to notice a cycle, a pattern in your life. Maybe you're in a situation that reminds you of like a past situation, a relationship, maybe a job, and you're seeing, okay, this is how I can be different in this situation. This is how I can respond differently. This is how I can, do the opposite of what I did before that maybe would be healthier here. And sometimes there's the gray areas, the middle grounds, right? So, let's see here. Yeah, I'm feeling like this sense of just feeling rested. I feel the collective can feel rested, or it'll feel restless. So if you don't balance your energies, the collective doesn't balance your energies, you're going to feel restless and exhausted and burnt out. And if you balance your energies, you're going to feel fulfilled, you're going to feel at peace, you're going to feel at one with the oneness. And be stable, being stable within your mind. Especially if you're someone who wants to connect deeper with your own spirituality. And so now we're going to pull one more. I'm going to connect this to the possible outcome card here. Okay. Actually, I'm getting drawn to pull 2. Yeah, I'm not actually the best at this. I'm trying to like... my goodness, I'm trying to do this thing. I regret it now. Oh my, okay. Gotta do it again now. It was fucked up. Okay, that was a struggle. Okay, so let's... Okay, 2 cards for clarification here, because, we're doing a collective, so I think it makes sense. So what do we got? First one. That's so great. The Magician. Alchemists. Hell yeah. This is a major arcana card. So for that 4 of Swords, the stable, rested energy, you see the throat chakra? It says throat chakra up here. So this is letting you know you really can create anything you want in your life. You can manifest anything you want in your life. Anything is possible. Like, we've already been getting revelations and seeing clarity on how this universe works, and how, well, those of us who are paying attention to things, even the dark things have come to light on like how the governments are operating, especially in the US. So it's like, if people can get their messed up ideals come into reality, and there's things like outside of what we possibly could imagine are happening. It's like, why can't the best possible things happen, right? Let's put our mindsets there. This is definitely about the creativity, manifesting what you want in your life, having that willpower, that strength, you know, to know like I can create what I dream of. This is the art of communication down there too. So definitely some kind of expression is gonna have to come through. Maybe you feel inspired to speak up or about something in your daily life, something in your community. And so we're getting Virgo too. There's an affirmation that comes with this. It says, I'll try my best to reach my goal. But I'm going to change that affirmation in the comments. I'm going to make it sound more like certain, like, I know I'm fully capable of reaching my goal. I feel like that would be a good one. So yeah, this taps into Virgo energy. This is so cool because I saw this at the bottom of the deck earlier. Now I wish I showed it. And it was also, I don't even know. Yeah, no, I already shuffled that. I saw the Magician at the bottom of the deck for both of the decks. And it's so cool that came out just now. I love that. Yep, and that infinity symbol too on top. It's like infinite abundance. You are powerful. Ooh, okay. So we have the Lovers reversed. Oh, wow. Definitely this is like... Oh, another major arcana card. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And oh, wait. This is one energy, by the way. One. But yeah, for this Lovers reversed... So if this energy, if the collective doesn't balance this energy first within the self and then out into the world around them, just through their actions, through the actions that we take, there's going to be a feeling of imbalance and just instability. And I feel that, you know, lack of self-love, yeah. And I don't know, this also could have to do with some people maybe within partnerships that they have, connections, you know? Maybe there's a lack of love there, there's conflict there, lack of harmony, separation in some kind of way, but that could be happening in some people's situations. But first and foremost, most of all, for the collective energy, it's like this imbalance within the self. Because even if you're having relationship issues too, there's something that isn't aligning with oneself and needing to create that balance. And then you can attract the people that do fit what you're looking for, that do fit what makes you feel balanced, what makes you feel good, makes you feel whole. But it all starts within the self. Okay. The heart center is connected here. We're getting Gemini energy. So I don't know if anyone's a Gemini. That could be further confirmation for you. It could also just be energy of twin flames. But most of all, I think collective is just balancing feminine and masculine. Because you see... Oh my god. Sorry, guys. I showed the card. I think I can get in trouble, basically. I gotta put my hand over here. Here's feminine and masculine energy here, okay? Alright. Yeah, there's a sense of needing unity. So definitely that balancing is what's coming through here. We have an affirmation that says, I will use my wisdom to make important choices. Okay, I like that. That's aligning with this affirmation that we had for this week too. I will use my wisdom to make important choices. I love it. Trust that and know it and own it. And I think what I love about this Lover's card is knowing that, you know, it's like this energy of like some kind of Holy Spirit, or I just thought of like angel spirit guides. You're protected. If you're watching this reading, like you have other beings that you can't see they're trying to help you out. You're trying to help you be balanced. They're trying to help guide your path, and you just have to pay attention. And especially if you're trying to tap into your Claire abilities, then all you have to do is ask sometimes. All you have to do is ask for guidance. I want to pull an angel number to end our reading tonight, and if you're in the Awakening Alchemist channel, then you're going to be able to see a picture of this card, and then also I'll pull other oracle cards as well. And I'll send pictures of them in the chat. Okay. So we have 6969. Again, a balancing energy. 69. Ooh. Okay. So love, harmony. Okay. It says 6 is the number of love and harmony. 9 is the number of nearing completion. So it says give, volunteer, worthy causes, purpose. Give generously to those in need and make a positive impact on the world. Volunteer your time and effort to help others or contribute financially to worthy causes. By doing so, you will experience a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. I love that. Giving, sharing your time with others, connection to other people, having purpose. Definitely right now, as a collective, you know, we need to support each other. We need to support each other. And this is like the balance. This is a balance of feminine and masculine energies. It's like the feeling abundant energy, like it's feminine energy too, but it's like the taking action, the giving part. that's a more like masculine type energy. And then the feeling love, a sense of purpose in that way, like that making a positive impact. I feel like that, I mean, it can be connected to both, but I feel like it's like that heart-centered energy, volunteering, like I feel like that's a feminine energy, but I think it just mixes the both together. So I love that. So that's our numbers, maybe 69, 6 to 9 days, but also 69 days, 6 to 9 weeks. Those could be time frames, or 69 hours. That something can fully align in terms of time frame with this reading. So yeah, that's what we got for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading tonight and feel that it resonates. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated. If it didn't, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Maybe share with a friend. If you liked just my vibe, my energy, and just how I did this reading, feel free to share it with a friend or someone you feel like that could need some inspiration. And just know how powerful you are, guys, and how powerful your impact is, the actions that you choose to take. And allow yourself to be creative and have fun. And, you know, that's what I'm doing right now with this. And I don't usually film it like this the way I am. I usually do a live stream. So this is a new way of just expressing what I do and trying to reach more people and make a bigger impact in some kind of way. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to message down below in the comment section. You can follow the Alchemist channel on Instagram. It's right under my bio. So you'll just see it right there where the links are and stuff. You'll be able to follow the channel, and then I can post the cards, the whole spread, and then also I'll pull additional cards. These are the oracle cards I'll be pulling, and I'll take a picture and share the descriptions of the cards. And last but not least, if you would love to support what I do, you know, energy work takes a lot of time and energy, so I would love for you to like support my through Venmo and donate if you would like. You can Venmo or Cash App, or I guess if there's like super chat things. I'm not really sure how I can't really remember how YouTube does that, but if you would like to do that, I'd appreciate that as well. So thank you so much. Peace and one love. Bye, guys. Mwah.